Hello, this is Celina of Rain City Creativity. I just wanted to do a review and show some projects that I've done with this Sizzix Bigz XL die. It is called A2 Card A2 Stripes number 660979. I purchased this from Amazon last year for about $13, and I checked yesterday and it was selling for $18. Now, what I found interesting then and yesterday was there's no reviews regarding this product, and there's very little on the internet for card samples or what have you. So I thought I would just do a review, show some projects I've made, and do a tutorial of a cute little tag that I made using this die. So let's get started. First thing with this is when you read the description on Amazon, it says you need it even says on the back of the package, a premium crease pad. You do not need that because when it cuts through, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, there's a score line right here. You can't see it on here, but there is. And you can just fold on that score line. But if it's too faint for you, then you can always put it through your scoreboard and you're fine. So you don't need the long crease pad. Now, the other thing with respect to this is I find that I have to run it through twice on this part because otherwise the little stripes don't come out. So the cardstock I'm using, it's Stampin' Up. It's 8.5 by I think 5 3/4, and it fits the die. Cutting plate on one side, I have the cutting plate on the other. You need a big shot for this. I'm just going to run it through. Now, I'm going to run it through again this way because that's where the stripes are. So I hope that I didn't see that through, so I'll show you about that. So take this off, and oops. So the banner, and here is how it comes out. Oops. Now, can you see the score line? It's right there. So I just take it. And there. So it turns out quite nice. This is the paper I'm going to use underneath. So that'll look nice. Now, what I do suggest for this die is having a 1/4 inch corner rounder. And the reason is because after you adhere your decorative paper, or before you do it, if you use your corner rounder, it just makes the inside have a nice finish to it. Here's one where I didn't use the corner rounder. I just cut around the edges after I adhered the paper, and it just does not look as nice. Okay. So the other thing too is you want to use single-sided decorative paper. I tried double and then attaching a white piece of cardstock onto the side that showed on the inside and just made it too bulky. So single-sided. Now another item that I suggest that you have if you're going, just as you get started using this die, is having a splatter stamp and an embossing stamp pad. And the reason is because when you stamp on it, you will get these little shadow speckles. And the benefit of having this is when you're getting used to this die, you'll find, where did that blue go? When you put your glue, find my glue, your glue, you're going to put them on all of the stripes, working pretty fast. Of course, this is cut down to size. When you adhere it, what you'll find is it will seep through underneath the stripes and it'll show on your cardstock, and it doesn't look very nice. But what you can do is, if that happens, your splatter stamp, and you won't see it. It hides it. See? There's the splatter stamp. And you can't see, can't even see, and there's a little seepage that happened there. I think this one might have a little, yeah, see? There. But you can't tell. So having a splatter stamp, you can buy them. Mine was from Stampin' Up. I know Local King sells one. I know some at Joann's. Judykins has one. So lots of places online sell them. So that's a really handy thing to have. So what I liked about this die is it's got potential. Like, you could not have this part and put this down as a pocket for a mini album. Like, how cool would that be? So I saw that there. Saw that potential, I should say. Now, the other thing is, here's a little tag that I made using the die. And I just used the inside of that die. And I'm going to show you how I did that. What I did was, I took my cardstock and I glued it. I made sure it was smaller than the frame of the die, and I just glued it to the inside, let it dry. And it looks like this. The other thing too is that this is my little faux poinsettia, and what I did with that was, before I glued down my cardstock, was I had taken the brad and poked a hole through one of the little strips and then placed the cardstock underneath. By doing that, it won't show through the back. Now, or the easy way too is just use a glue dot and glue it down. But this is not coming off. Okay? Now, how I made the flower. Again, my faux poinsettia, I used my Martha Stewart punches, and I did 2 of the big, this is a hydrangea punch, 2 of the big one of the large one on the little small one. I punched those out, and I took my tweezers, and you just take it in the middle, one finger down, one finger on the bottom, and you pinch it in between your fingers, and it makes a little crease. So that goes in the middle, crease. I take it down, one above, down, above, twist the tweezers. Do it kind of right in the middle there. Down, up, once on one, once the other, and twist. Okay. And then just take and punch a hole. I've already done 2. The smaller one, then the bigger size. Put it down, make sure they're not they're alternating in size there, like that. I don't do that to the bottom one. Oops, I didn't poke the hole in it. Poke. Doesn't even have to be centered. And I've done these in blue, and I love making these little flowers. Look at that. Is that a cute little poinsettia? So, oh, and I just inked the edges with anything that I had. I think this is like blue or green. Just anything that makes it dark. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around. Just gotta find scissors. Oh, we're right here. What happens? Oh, they're on the chair. Okay. So, turn it over, and I'm going to cut. Just make sure you can see what I'm doing. And there you have it. I took my little sentiment and just glue it down. Like that. I took a 1 inch, a little bit more than half of a 1 inch circle cardstock, because that's where it's going to be like a bit of a reinforcement. Center it on there. And I'm just going to cut it so it's even like that. And poke a hole and put your ribbon. Get quarter. This I don't want a corner around it, but you can, because this one is. But I want something a little less roundy this time. But yeah, it's a great die. So I hope that encourages you to, you might choose to buy it, or you may say, no, I don't want to do that. But it's a fun, versatile die, and I hope you liked the video. And please like and subscribe, and have yourself a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.